Hi there, my name is Daniel McNaughton, and I'm a voice actor who's currently working on the upcoming video game release, Thayo's Wings. Naturally, as you can see, the game's in a very early stage of development, but I'm delighted to share with you all this very first dev diary. Hopefully the first among many, a kind of a peek behind the curtain, a look behind the scenes of how we've gone about making this game, and yeah, we hope you enjoy it. Or at least I do, because, if you don't, I'll get fired, so, no pressure. So, first of all, let's move on to our main character. This is going to be the guy you're going to be controlling throughout the game. As you can see, he's a bit of a square right now. You see, that was a pun. But don't worry, we'll be detailing him later on in production. But as you can see the basic moves that you'll be able to do throughout the game. For example, you can slide down slopes, you can jump, you can walk, you can sprint. We really wanted the player to feel that there was a wide variety of moves at their disposal, that they were very much in control. We wanted a very dynamic moveset throughout the game, so hopefully we managed to achieve that. But that's not all our main character will be able to do. No siree Bob. No, he can actually ledge grab as well. This is actually quite an important feature. For example, you can use it for stealth, such as avoiding enemies, grabbing on a ledge and moving down below them, or using it to solve puzzles, or getting to hard-to-reach places throughout the game. The game's very explorable, so that's also a pretty important feature. Alas, though, as you can see, the move's still a bit glitchy, but we're going to be working on this. Obviously, the game's still in a very early stage of development, but hopefully combining all these moves together, we should be able to create a very dynamic and fluid player experience. So, watch this space. Psst! By the way, we got zoom-in mode. Yeah, you can zoom in. Why should I care, you ask? Well, I'll tell you. In our game, when you're fighting enemies, you can just zoom in for a close look at the battle. Oh, yeah. When you're exploring, you can zoom in on locations. So, what accent is this? I don't think even I know. Oh, also, the fine folks at LostKeyGames have told me to mention camera clipping makes the image transparent to avoid having things blocking your view. No idea what that means. But, okay, here's a question for you folks at home. What is the most powerful force on Earth? Electricity, of course. And for those of you dorks who said love or something like that, you're wrong! Anyway, electricity is a very important part of our game. How so? Because our main character can summon electricity at will. For example, he can summon huge bolts of electricity to knock down enemies or blow stuff up. I mean, how cool is that? Or he can summon smaller balls of electricity meant for rapid fire, or summon energy spheres that are meant for precise attacks. And the best part, he's got many, many more abilities to come, such as Shockwave, Energy Sword, he can slow down time, and so many other powers, so we'll be getting into that in future dev diaries, so keep your eyes peeled. Oh, by the way, did you just catch me mentioning that you could blow stuff up in our game? Because you can totally blow stuff up in our game. I mean, in the world itself, so many objects are destructible, such as pots, crates, barrels, doors, rock walls, certain structures, and perhaps more in the future. Although, of course, this may still be subject to change. Not impressed with our explosion effects? Hey, come on, they're in an early stage. Don't worry, though, we're going to be changing them as the game goes on, so don't worry about that. Ah, yes, water. Water, 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 water. Water, water everywhere, not a drop to drink. You know who wrote that? Samuel Coleridge. Yes, that's right, ladies. I read poetry. And back to water. So far, we're actually pretty impressed with the water effects in our game. We think it's looking pretty good so far. To start off with, you'll probably notice that we have a real-time reflection on the water. We've also got lots of really cool underwater effects, which I'm told can be used in lots of really cool puzzles in our game. More developments on this to come. Also, something we're really excited about, if in a particularly nerdish way, is buoyancy effects in our game. To you and me, this basically means objects that float in the water, like barrels or even boats, so that's a pretty cool touch. It's an underwater element we've added to our game so as to provide for lots of different variations and puzzles, whilst also allowing the player to traverse to out-of-reach platforms, so, yeah. Are you jelly of our game now, Internet? Yeah, you're totally jelly. So as you can see, water gameplay is pretty crucial to Thayo's Wings, so we hope you guys know how to swim. What's that? You don't know how to swim? So, thank you so much for watching our very first dev diary. We hope to bring you so many more in the future. In the meantime, can you do us a favour? Maybe subscribe to our YouTube channel, follow us on Twitter, or just generally support our game. That would be amazing. Thank you so much. So thank you so much, everyone, and speak to you soon. Bye-bye.